Hi, my name's Keith, and today we're going to talk about the MicroLevel, ta-da, and how to hook up your solenoids. This is a solenoid pack. You can see there's two solenoids. There's one here, and there's one here. The air comes in the top. This connector goes to the airbags, and the air is exhausted from the bottom. You like to have them mounted vertically like this, so the air comes in, goes to the bag, comes out of the bag, comes down here, and blows out the bottom. If you mount it this way, it goes in the bottom, and then air falls back into this thing. It doesn't self-clean. So this way is a self-cleaning position. You notice there's two wires for each solenoid. This solenoid has red and black. That implies polarity. There's really no polarity. You can hook it up any direction you want. Some have two gray wires. Some have two black wires. Probably other combinations, I don't know. So it really doesn't matter. They work either way. It's a magnet. There's a magnet in here, and when you apply 12 volts to this in any polarity, it makes a magnet. It pulls a little plunger, opens the valve in this guy, and air goes through. If you look on the back, and you see that, there's an arrow right there, and it implies, what does it imply? It indicates direction. Airflow goes this way. It will kind of go that way, but don't do it. It goes this way. Most valves have some sort of indication on them. I have not seen valves that don't. I got on my side some, but they all have. These are the push to connect tubing connectors. They're nice. DOT, take your airline, press it in until it stops, and to make a connection. They can come apart, no tools. To take them apart, you pull on this little ring here. You push that back, that releases the teeth. When you push the tube in, the tube goes like this, and the teeth grab onto it, so it can't pull the tube out. When you push the ring in, the teeth open up. You can pull the tube out. It's not like pop, and you have to struggle with them, but they come out. Where if you don't push that ring in, you'll break the tube before you pull it out. So for a MicroLevel system, we have two sets of solenoids. We have one for the left and one for the right. It doesn't matter which one's which. It doesn't matter much. Now, as long as one set is for the left bag and one set is for the right bag. I'm always on the wrong side there. And pretty simple. So now we'll show you how to hook them up. So we got a power supply on the bench. Put at least 12 volts. This is my test unit. It's kind of nice because it has a couple switches on it. It's got a brightness pot built in. It's got a ignition switch simulator built in. I got a connector here so I can hook up my computer, so I can program it and debug it. Other than that, it's the same old thing that everybody else has. So this is the business end. So what we do is we take one wire from each and we decide which one's going to be what. Okay, this is going to be our left. So we take our left and our left, and we take two of them. We just pick whichever wire we want, and we go, this one's to be left up. So we look here, and it's labeled left down, left up, right down, right up, right? So LD for left down, LU for left up, RD for right down, RU for right up. So we're going to call this left. So we're going to put that into the left up spot, like so. And then we're going to tighten the screw down, like that. And then we're going to do the same thing with this one. Put this into the left down, because that's the bottom one. Screw that down. And now we have a bit of a problem because we have two wires and the other side, and we only have one place to connect it, because we connect all three of these, all four of these wires to. We all connect all these to power. And MicroLevel has power. It has voltage supply or valve supply, however you want to look at it. And that's where you want to get power for the valves. You can also get power anywhere else you want, but this is there for convenience. So what I would do, what I do is I connect these guys together like so, give them a twist, and I would do the same thing for the other valve, like so, give them a twist. And now we have two wires, and then I would get some other wire. And I'm not going to show you all the details, because hopefully if you're doing this you have a fairly good idea of how to do basic wiring. And I lost my wire cutters. There's my wire cutters. So I will take a chunk of this. The reason I like to do separate, keep the valve block separate, that way if I have a problem with a valve I don't have to undo 4 wires, I only have to undo 1. So then we take this, I would solder this connection. If you need a tutorial on soldering, there's a bunch on the internet. And then you want to insulate it. You can use shrink tubing, you can use electrical tape. Either one works. Shrink tubing is slightly preferred because doesn't get gooey in high temperatures, and it doesn't fall off as often. It's a little harder to use because you actually have to get it hot. You don't just wrap it around. So I'm just wrapping the tape around. Just protect it so it doesn't short into anything. Strip the other end. And you only want to strip about 1/4 inch with the wire that goes into the block. And then you stick it in, take a screwdriver, tighten it up. Ta-da! So now this valve block will work. This valve block is now hooked up. You do the same thing with this, and you have 2 wires going to the same block. That's fine. So now, if I press the up button, you'll see the lights come on. And if you're listening closely, you hear it click. And you can, if you're holding it, you can definitely feel it click. And that's really all there is to it. Obviously, your controller is probably going to be further away from your solenoids than this, so you make longer wires. But other than that, I mean, that's really not that complicated. So there you go. Thank you for watching.